Sup, Nerdmigos? I'm the Jive talking to John Norgrove. We've got Wife here. This is another review Jive. Today we are reviewing the fucking weird horror movie.
Weird.
Girl on the Third Floor. We watched it on Netflix here in the U.S. It's starring CM Punk, the
What's
wrestler. This is a weird one.
This is a weird... Okay, read the description.
I'm gonna read the description.
So, before you read the description, we saw that we were looking for something to watch. We knew we wanted to watch a horror movie. And we saw the trailer. We saw this, and we were like, what's this? We watched the full trailer, and we were like, this looks dope.
Yeah.
Haunted house, let's go.
It's your standard poltergeist house situation.
Yeah.
There's a house, spoop shit happens, shit gets spoopy stuff occurs.
Stuff. Right?
So we're in like Flint.
We're
Okay. The descriptor. A man tries to renovate a dilapidated house for his growing family, only to learn that the house has other plans.
That is the most vague way that you could possibly say that.
I guess technically true.
Yeah. So I think I'm gonna start with, I have like about 42 questions.
Yeah, okay. This is what I'm gonna say right now.
Movie.
At no point do I really know what the fuck's going on in this movie? Okay. Very rapid TLDR. I don't want to get too much into the plot because really, this is the kind of movie, if you like haunted horror movies, just watch this. It's a fucking experience.
It's so weird.
It's so different. Its sound is weird. Like, its sound design is weird. The tone is weird. Its filmography is weird. The acting is weird.
Yeah.
The writing is weird. The characters are weird. Fucking everything about this movie is engineered to unsettle you.
Weird. Yeah. It's very unsettling.
Or this is such a shitty horror movie
that we
we're just
thought
like
they did it on purpose.
We're just kind of like,
we don't really know because it was insane.
Jesus.
Yeah. So it had good practical effects.
Yeah, really good practical. It did. I mean, I'm trying to think if it had any CGI at all.
I don't know.
Maybe the marbles.
There's a lot of marbles that run along.
See, but the marble under the skin thing could have been CGI or practical, and it could have been. It would have been real easily. Either.
I don't know, but the effects were done super well. CM Punk looks a little like Henry Rollins in this, which is a little weird for me. And he's never really seen CM Punk wrestle, but
he's got a lot of tattoos.
I think he does a good job in this, and
I'll tell you what, man, he plays the character that he's supposed to really, really well. All right, so real quick, rapid fire plot. So, CM Punk is married. He has a wife. She is like 7 months pregnant. She's like nearly about ready to have this baby. Pregnant. They bought a house out in
they call it the suburbs.
They call it the suburbs, but I feel like it was like
it's probably further into rural.
It was like maybe a rural township. It wasn't very suburbsy. But as a Californian, like maybe it's some East Coast suburb shit.
Yeah, maybe, I don't
know. But so they buy this house, and it's like an old 3-story fucking mansion.
Yeah.
To be honest with you, this house is enormous. I think it has like 11 rooms. This thing is so fucking huge.
It's huge.
Right? So they buy it, and it's like, it's got shitty wallpaper, and there's some holes in the walls, and it's like dilapidated. So he decides that I'm going to sleep in this house and fix it up. While my wife is at work doing pregnant stuff.
Yep.
All right. And so that's really the plot of the movie. Is he's fixing up the house, that happens. You know, and it's the standard issue, like we figure out what's causing the house. Well,
we get the haunting, and we figure out why the haunting is, and then he
gets whatever, and there's whatever. But all the characters, there's so many times in this movie where you're just like, why would you fucking do that?
Yeah, where you're just like, why haven't you left already?
Yeah. You know, it's like...
Here's this red flag for you. Get out!
Yeah. Banging noise upstairs. Oh, it was sheetrock that fell. Guess what? Not spoopy. That's just falling sheetrock. It happens, right? Marble rolling down the stairs and then turning the corner into the room that you're in.
Creepy.
It's pretty spoopy. The first time... That electrical outlet seems to be, like, discharging a fluid of some sort. Get the fuck out of the house!
Of a viscous nature?
Yeah, we don't... I guess we're assuming it's supposed to be ectoplasm or something.
But we're really not sure.
Of a vague consistency and coloration.
Let me just say, this house... Before it was owned by CM Punk and his wife, at some point beforehand, because we don't really know when this happens.
Yeah, there's not a lot of time.
That it was a whorehouse.
It was a brothel.
It was a brothel
across the street from a church.
It has some stuff that makes you go like, well, obviously that was a brothel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's real fucking weird, man.
It's very weird. And I felt like it was doing really well until, like, the last quarter of the movie. And in the last quarter of the movie, the events that happen, you're just like, oh, wow, okay, I guess this is what's happening right now. But then it ends, but I felt like it ended in a very unsatisfying way. It was a little bit like they were like, you know, taking a lot of time and effort to, like, write the beginning part of this movie. And then they were like, oh my god, I've only got 10 pages left. I have to hurry up and finish this
get it done
somehow and get it done. You know, I would have actually rather seen it a longer movie with a more fulfilling ending than to not...
Well, the problem is that I don't know... They're just... You know, this movie... really sort of suffers from, like, a lack of sort of interior logic. In this instance, I guess it's okay not to describe the haunt with enough detail that allows it to make literally any fucking sense to the viewer.
Yeah, we were guessing what exactly the haunt was.
So the haunt
and, like,
isn't
the terms
super
of the haunt
defined
the whole time.
And the stuff that they use to describe the haunt and the things that they show the haunt doing are, like, vaguely inconsistent, right? But they're like...
Well, but they're also so disassociated from each other that you're not really sure if you're seeing one haunt or two haunts.
Yeah,
like,
and then you're just like, there are some things that happen in the movie that you're just like, was this a dream sequence? Can ghosts just make you hallucinate? You know, it's just, I don't know. It was real weird, man.
Yeah.
It was real fucking weird.
We spend a lot of time saying nope.
Yeah.
About what was happening on the screen. But probably like a good third of the movie to half of the movie. We're watching it and we're just like, nope.
Does this movie pass the Bechdel test? And I believe the answer is no, not at all.
Does this movie pass the Bechdel test?
At all times they're talking about
man, and it is very specifically a movie about...
Like men being bad.
About retribution for men being bad.
But it seemed vaguely that, like, all men are bad, and men are the ones being judged by the house, like, not the wives.
But maybe the women have a test? We don't know.
Yeah,
guys,
and there's, like, some hints.
Do you know?
There's some hints that maybe, like, non-heterosexual couples, the men don't get attacked by the house,
which I don't know. It kind of doesn't.
But that
make
was like a one-time throwaway line, and then we like never got it again.
Yeah, like this movie may benefit from multiple watchings.
Yeah,
but I
like
don't
maybe
really
there's
know
some more
actually
want
to watch it again.
I mean, this is the thing.
It wasn't bad.
It's not a bad movie.
But it wasn't necessarily good enough for me to be like, let's watch it again. It was a little bit like, it felt a little bit like Stir of Echoes plus The Shining. Because it was like it took the kind of idea with like haunted house, you know, and trying to like find the ghost and make reparations or whatever to like cleanse the spirit kind of thing. But it also had like the weird like going slightly crazy over time and also just like strange supernatural killer stuff. Like murdery stuff, I should say, not killer stuff, that The Shining did. So I felt like it was Stir of Echoes plus The Shining.
I mean, the movie certainly portrays in like a very visceral way the people being like stressed out by the way this house haunts.
Yeah, it did a very good job about that.
It really does a good job, like, just being unsettling as a movie. And for a horror movie, that's good, right? We want an unsettling horror movie. That's one of the points, I guess. But, I mean, there was just... It wasn't thought out enough. You know? Mm-hmm. There wasn't enough detail for me to really be like, okay, well, but if they had made this... At no point in time can I say sort of other than at one point, like, if they had made a different decision, things would have changed. Like, you don't know.
I mean, really,
shit's really
the decision for them to have made for things to have changed, I think would have had to been, like, leaving at the very outset of the thing. Actually, I was wrong. This movie is what happens when Amityville Horror plus Stir of Echoes plus The Shining. Boom.
I mean...
That's this movie.
None of those are really good movies.
I like Amityville Horror. The one with Ryan Reynolds. It's okay. But maybe that's also because it's Ryan Reynolds.
It's mostly Ryan Reynolds. That
but also the chick in it, Michelle...
And The Shining's not
I don't know her name. Melissa George. That's her name. I love her too. But neither of them are in this movie, so never mind.
Yeah. I mean, CM Punk's in this movie.
CM Punk's in this movie, good. And he did very good job.
There's like a lot of like these smaller like B roles. You know, the bartender, the police officer. And those are just
all of the like, supporting roles are weird.
Yeah, all of the supporting roles are weird. Really, the only characters that feel like whole humans are CM Punk and his wife.
Yeah, everybody else is just kind of there.
Really, only up until
the very end.
Or only in the very end. I mean, up until the end, she was really just like a voice on a phone, but. Still, I mean, it's just like every person in this was weird. I feel like, I mean, I almost feel like the movie was acted in such a way where I feel like the director, like, before they shot a scene, they're like, all right, everybody gather together again. And then, like, gathered everybody together, and then they would just, like, say some real fucked up shit. And people are just like, whoa, what the fuck? And they're like, we're rolling, let's go. And they're like, I'm shook.
Like
every scene, people felt like weird.
Yeah.
Or like the director's behind the camera holding up like old timey like ladies showing their legs nudies, just like this one. So the guy's like, always looking past the camera like
everybody had like a stomach ache when they did it or something. Everything about this is like
it's weird.
It's a very tense and unsettling movie.
And there's
for most
weird
of it, you're
cinematography,
the
house. Fucking super weird cinematography.
Well,
and it's like really sort of like more modern, young filmmaking stuff in some scenes. And then, like, I mean, there's a scene where they pull into the house where it's like you know, a day shot, and it's like zooming into the house from across the street.
It's very 1970s.
And like, it's not a super clear zoom in. Like, it's super grainy looking.
Which is not like the rest of the movie.
Which is not like the rest of the movie.
At all.
And it's, like, jumpy. The zooming in isn't smooth, which is super fucking weird.
Yeah. It's like that zoom in the old Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Yeah. But they do these follow shots that are these, like, long follow shots behind the marble.
And really good.
And they're really good. And, you know, I mean, it might even be a fucking CGI marble, to be honest with you. It follows a path that doesn't make any sense, so it's either CGI or on some sort of a track or something.
Or magic.
But
some sort of magic.
It's just, like, it's such a weird combination of shots and styles. The writing is, like, super 70s horror. Right?
Yeah.
It's everybody's just, like, vague about shit, and you're just fucking okay with... I don't even know what this guy does. Investments?
We don't know.
Retirement stuff?
We don't know.
I thought he was a lawyer for most of the movie, and I'm still not 100% certain that he's not a lawyer by the fucking way. So, and I don't know what the wife does either.
Yeah, we don't know.
The only people whose job we know that the priest lady's a priest lady.
Yeah.
Right? And we know the bartender is a bartender and also fixes the bowling alley because we see him do it. And we know that his friend still works at whatever work he is working at, or was working at before he got done working at that, of which he was incredibly successful for.
But also, we don't entirely know
and we
why
meet a cop,
left.
so we get to see a cop who's a cop.
Yeah.
But other than that, so we don't know any of these people's fucking, like,
we don't have
jobs.
any of their backgrounds or anything. It's very strange. And the whole movie is about, like, watching CM Punk, who's this, like, ne'er-do-well husband type.
He really is.
Like, go slowly insane.
But
it's
again,
really
it's like,
crazy.
He's not really a ne'er-do-well, and then, like, one time, like, an option is presented to him.
No,
and
that's
he
not
takes
true.
it.
Because he was also drinking when he wasn't supposed to be.
I guess.
Stuff. So
I feel like this is like, well, he's not supposed to drink, but we literally never get fucking any indication of why. Like, was he an alcoholic? Was he abusive?
We don't know.
Did he have a drinking problem?
We don't know.
Is it because of DUIs?
We don't know.
Is it just because his wife doesn't want him drinking?
Again, we don't know.
No fucking clue. Right?
We don't know.
So and we really technically see him have a beer, and then later on, and you never see him really get, like, drunk, by the way.
Yeah.
He doesn't get, like, fuck you, blackout drunk, or, like, absurd or anything. He seems more than reasonable the entire time he's drinking. And he's not drinking a lot, like, physically a lot. I mean, even the, like, shot where it shows a pile of his booze, I'm like, that's like 2 people for, like, 2 days. Relax. It's not even that much alcohol. I work at a brewery. Get better. But, like, it's not that much. But, you know, but we learn, like, after the fact, like, later on, like, oh, he shouldn't have been drinking and whatever. But it's like, I almost feel like they're like, we need this husband who's, like, kind of a bad boy, and who's gonna, like drink when he's not supposed to, and do whatever, you know, and he's supposed to be a ne'er-do-well or whatever.
And they were
so they put out a casting call
find somebody
for just,
with
like,
a whole bunch of tattoos.
just like a tattoo, tattoo guy.
Because tattoos make you bad.
I guess.
Right?
That's really.
Isn't that it?
I mean, really, his, like, bad boy character trait is, like, 2 things that are specifically important to the plot, and the fact that he has tattoos.
Yeah.
Oh, and he listens to, like, this weird death metal? And it's not bad metal. Like don't get me wrong. It's like indie punk metal. Yeah, but, like, the movie has a standard borderline 70s horror movie soundtrack.
Yeah.
But when he puts his headphones on, the audience gets to hear his music.
And it's not
But it's never used as, like, a set piece, and it's never used to, like, hide some shit that, like, maybe when it jumps out of his point of view, the audience can hear footsteps creaking, but he can't because of the music or something. It's just like, maybe this is his band, and he said he would do the movie for cheaper if he got to play his band's music in the movie.
Yeah,
like
it's something like
it's
that.
It's like that kind of music placement.
Yeah.
But that also treats to the marble, or to the, really, most of the characters, or the set pieces. Everything in the movie seems unjustified within the movie, which is kind of fucking nuts. But it was a pretty good fucking movie.
Yeah,
and I would recommend you watch it.
But I'm gonna say, really, the thing that we came out of this saying is, what?
Yeah, what the fuck, man?
What?
It's not scary, but there are some good, like.
There's some really good jump scares.
There's some good, there's some good jump scares. Frights.
I would absolutely watch a second movie of this because I want to know more about what the hell is happening in this movie. And they really do kind of set it up so that you could have like multiple movies in this. Although I don't think that they will. It was certainly set up so you could.
Certainly, sure.
So that was really interesting. Yeah. But yeah, I would watch this movie.
I'm gonna give this. I'm gonna give this 4 ex-wrestlers out of 5 dead old-timey prostitutes.
I was gonna go 4 marbles out of 5 light sockets.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my god, there's a scene where a light socket has, like, a weird light socket vagina.
Like a flesh
like a flesh pocket, births a marble.
Births a marble.
Only time something like that happens, but it's real fucking weird. Also, this house is always leaking shit, and nobody everybody seems like at one point in time it's leaking fluid out of a fucking electrical outlet, and he just wipes it off with his hand,
and he's just okay with that,
and leaves. And I'm like, dog. First of all, that's very dangerous.
Yeah.
And second of all, that's just nasty. What?
Yeah.
Call a priest.
Or something.
Your house
There's
is
one literally across the street from you.
She seems very helpful too.
Or maybe she's a ghost. Honestly, we don't know.
Everybody could have been a ghost in this movie.
Everybody could have been a ghost. This could have been Purgatory, Lost. I'm really not sure. I have so many questions.
They're
and I have so many theories.
Vaguely
and I have
from
so
Boston
many ideas
or New York or something.
But none of them have accents.
Yeah, dude, whatever.
But
it's a fucking weird
I have so
movie.
many questions and theories about this that we just need someone out there to watch this so we can talk about this with you.
Well, just some answers. What's his job? That would help.
What was his job?
Yeah. What's his wife's job?
What do they do?
Yeah.
Also,
where are they?
What did they name the baby?
Yeah, that was real weird that they didn't give us the baby's name at the end.
Yeah, that was very strange.
I was expecting the Sarah drop or whatever.
Yeah, and
never happened. There's a lot of just shit that isn't explained, but whatever.
We digress. We're trying not to give you spoilers.
Like this video.
Like it.
Comment below.
Comment.
Share this video. Subscribe. Watch this movie. All right. Girl on the Third Floor. Let us know what you think. What your theories are.
We want to know.
What's up with that music, whatever.
Yeah.
And, either way, I've been John Norgrove. This has been Wife. This is Review Jive. We watched Girl on the Third Floor. We'll catch you guys next time.
Yeah.
Cheers.